Yeah, thanks. Who's ready for some bluegrass in the living room? Thanks for coming out tonight. It's so important that you come and support these musicians as they're trying to make a living, making live music. And we really appreciate you coming here and showing up, for every show. And do you like my new hat? Yeah. My neighbor Don made this hat for me. Yeah. Look at that. So, these are the kinds of connections that, we get when we come together, for music. And I'm really privileged to be able to count you guys as my community and blessed to have these musicians coming from really all over the world to, to play in my house. How cool is that? Thank you. I did this house, really so I could do this. I saw this living room and I thought this is a perfect place, to gather friends together, to have music. So, in fact, the first year, I think it was our first year of having shows, I had a duo come in, a couple of conservatory trained musicians that are playing old time and bluegrass music and original music in those styles. And that is Golden Shoals. They played here, I think it was 2017 or 2000. I think it was 2017. And in fact, they're one of John has two favorite artists that have played in my series, and he's been to just about every show that I've had, and they're one of those two. So we had to have them back, and we're really pleased that we also have two musicians from the Baltimore old-time music scene, Brad Kalodner and Alex on the bass, and I don't know if I'll be able to pronounce his last name, but they're amazing, and they were just at a weekend-long music festival that Brad puts on every year, and they still drove down to D.C. To play with these guys for you tonight at Sevareid House. So please join me in giving them a warm welcome. Golden Shoals and two guys from Baltimore.
That's kind of catchy. Two guys from Baltimore. Golden Shoals, Brad Kalodner and Alex Lackelman. We're so happy to be here.
It's so beautiful outside. Oh my gosh.
Don't get distracted by the view.
Try not to.
Think about the good times could ever make you feel so bad. Wish wishing and hoping they be coming back. It's about enough to drive you mad. I've been looking for a job, but ain't none to be found for a full-time rounder or a part-time booze hound. Who'd have thought thinking about the good times could ever make you feel so bad? I said, who'd have thought thinking about the good times could ever make you feel so bad? Wishing and hoping they be coming back. It's about enough to drive you mad. Well, once I had a lover, sweet as could be. Now the only one I'm getting into love from's me. Who'd have thought thinking about the good times could ever make you feel so bad? Once I was a little bitty baby boy, bouncing on my daddy's knee, laughing and a giggling and jumping for joy. Didn't know what would come of me. Who'd have thought thinking about the good times could ever make you feel so bad? Wishing and hoping they be coming back. It's about enough to drive you mad. No money in my pocket, nobody in my bed. If it wasn't for dying, I would wish I was dead. Who'd have thought thinking about the good times could ever make you feel so bad? They're coming back. Bouncing on my daddy's knee, laughing and a giggling and jumping for joy. Didn't know what would become of me. Hey, who'd have thought thinking about the good times could never make me feel so bad? Wishing and hoping they'd be coming back. It's about enough to drive you mad. Well, a Dominic Booster and a bow-legged hand, they go together, there ain't no king. Who'd have thought thinking about the good times could never make you feel so bad?
One, two, three, four. Thank you guys so much. It is so good to be back here. We are Golden Shoals. This is not our first time playing here. In fact, Janet may have mentioned we were called by a different name the last time we were here. A lot's changed since before 2020. But that first song we played was a song that Mark wrote. It's called Who'd Have Thought Thinking About the Good Times Could Ever Make You Feel So Bad. It's kind of, happened to turn into the pandemic anthem, really. Because when things were shut down, we were all isolated. It was like, you think about all the events you're missing out on. Like, for us, these Fiddlers conventions where we met in the first place, where we met Brad and Alex, we go to these things every year, and every time those dates would come up, it was like remembering the memories, and then you felt really awful about missing out on them. So there you go. And then we followed that up with an old-time fiddle tune called, Texas John. We all met at a little festival in West Virginia called Clifftop. So we like playing old time together.
You might have heard this. How many were here last time we played here? All right, a lot of new faces. Pretty much Janet. Great. Well, then you may have never heard this song before, but this is our most popular song on Spotify. So if you ever streamed us, you've probably heard this song. And on that note, we have some stickers that say, I stream Golden Shoals for free, so I paid for this sticker. And if you really want everybody to know that you're a good person, get one of those for $5. I did a little thumbing in Virginia. Lord, it was a real good time. We raised hell in Leesburg and rambled on a Winchester to see the ghost of Patsy Cline. My first ride game, you hit a ganja. The second got me high on God. I walked around a bend and I climbed a couple friends, and they got me there in no time at all. And just coffee in the morning, whiskey in the evening, tobacco in the middle of the day. Laughing in the sunshine, crying in the nighttime, trying to sing my blues away. I met a down under girl upon a mountain, the sweetest girl that ever could be. And a goddess from Detroit came along and stole my heart, and I made a big old fool of me. I was driving up to Boston, Massachusetts, leaving Galax, Virginia behind. My liver prayed for mercy and my heart was even worse, 'cause he was busted up, broke down and crying. And just coffee in the morning, whiskey in the evening, tobacco in the middle of the day. Laughing in the sunshine, crying in the nighttime, trying to sing my blues away. Sunny month in Montana, I sowed a lot of seeds in the ground. The roots began to grow, but before they took a hold, I had to pack my grip and skip out of town. It was 2 days from Bozeman to Chicago, 1,900 miles of rain. It was pouring from the sky, gushing from my eyes, and it flooded up the Minnesota plain. And just coffee in the morning, whiskey in the evening, tobacco in the middle of the day. Laughing in the sunshine, crying in the nighttime, trying to sing my blues away. And just coffee in the morning, whiskey in the evening, tobacco in the laughing in the sunshine, crying in the nighttime, trying to sing my blues away. Yodelay-o, yodelay-I, yodelay.
Nothing like singing about the days when we would treat our body in worse ways in our 20s, right?
Yeah, so we were at this Baltimore Old Time Festival all weekend. Yeah. Were you there?
No, but I'm here
But
tonight.
yes.
This is actually the after party of the Baltimore Old Time Music
Yeah.
Fest.
Brad puts it on with his dad, and it's pretty amazing what they do. And so yeah, we've been, been at the festival all day, Friday and Saturday, and staying up at least half of the night playing music each night. So what I was trying to get at is that it's nice to we don't drink and smoke. We don't smoke anymore. We don't really drink that much anymore. And I feel fine. I feel good, even though I didn't get sleep. Yeah. Lonesome Times, that was written in. Lonesome Times. Not so lonesome anymore. That sounds like a bluegrass song.
Yeah.
Not so lonesome anymore.
All right, we're going to continue on here. Mark and I met up in Boston back in 2007, and we, met over this mutual love of getting into folk music, old time bluegrass, and so we're gonna do another older song. This was written by a woman from Hillsvale, Virginia. If you're familiar where that is, it's kind of the southwestern corner near Galax, and this is the only song she's ever known to have written or recorded. Her name was Helen Cochran, and this is the Pinnacle Mountain Silver Mine. They say there's silver in the Pinnacle Mountains, nuggets found in the river below. Back in the cave way up on the mountain, one man had the fortune to know. And though many have searched this mountain, its secret is hidden in the ground. Lives were risked and crops were abandoned, but the treasure hasn't yet been found. It's a rocky old mountain I'm climbing, there's a raging river below. Through the valley so beautiful and winding, and a secret I may never know, and a secret I may never know. Shelter from the storm with the sheep in the cave. Things of silver in the walls were gleaming as the streaks of light danced and played. Upon returning his sheep to the pasture, back to the cave he thought he could go. But for weeks he searched for the silver that was hidden in the ground below. It's a rocky old mountain I'm climbing, there's a raging river below. Through the valley so beautiful and winding, and a secret I may never know, and a secret I may never know. rocky old mountain I'm climbing. There's a raging river below, through the valley so beautiful and winding, and a secret I may never know, and a secret I may never know. Looking for something out in the weeds. There comes Ruby with a big black car. Staggering Willie, what you looking for? I'm looking for money. I'm looking for money. I'm looking for money, but I can't find none nowhere. Took his axe, went to the house and he started to hack. Chopped up the porch, he chopped up the fence, saying, money, money, I'll find you. Yet I'm looking for money. I'm looking for money. I'm looking for money, but I can't find none nowhere. Where's it? He's out digging in that deep hole. And there comes Ruby in a big black car. Staggering Willie, what you looking for? I'm looking for money. I'm looking for money. I'm looking for money, but I can't find none. Out digging in that deep hole. There comes Ruby in a big black car. Staggering Willie, what you looking for? I'm looking for money. I'm looking for money. I'm looking for money, but I can't find none nowhere. On his knees, looking for something out in the weeds. There comes Ruby in a big black car. Staggering Willie, what you looking for? I'm looking for money. I'm looking for money. I'm looking for money, but I can't find none nowhere more. Looking for money. It's a folk song we can all relate to, you know. Speaking of money, we have a bunch of merch here for sale, and we would love for you to take it home with you. And we just released a new CD. It's an old-time CD, so you gotta check that out. And those last two songs we recorded on our previous old-time CD. We're gonna do a bunch of originals now. But if you're like, I got a new car, I don't have a CD player, we have really beautiful t-shirts with an awesome design on it, if I do say so myself. And we also have these beautiful letterpressed posters that are limited edition, made in Nashville, Tennessee, by a woman. Her company's called Camp Never Nice. And she's done... Yeah, it's cute, right? Named after the childhood camp she grew up going to. But she's awesome. She's done posters for Gillian Welch and Chris Stapleton, and the whole letterpress process is a really fascinating one. We can talk about it at the merch table when you come check out the wares.
Yeah, this next one is on the self-titled album that we released in the summer of 2020. It's called Golden Shoals, our first release under our new name, Golden Shoals. Came out just in time for the pandemic. Did you just say that?
No, I didn't.
Awesome. Wow. Fresh content right here. It's about trying to become a better person and sometimes being reminded that you need to try. I'm from New Jersey.
Can I just get a note?
Two. He said, sorry for the inconvenience. She said, hey man, stick it up your ass. He doesn't care how many babies she lovingly delivered, and she don't care that he's a man-made mountain of cash. I didn't say you gotta be Mother Teresa, but you can stand to learn a little bit of class. You came out of the womb on a silver spoon, now you'll be going back in a body cast. Baby, it's love from across the border. Oh man, you gotta learn a little every day. Tender heart and a tough mind, keeping my priorities in order. Baby, it's love that keeps me in line. Dimebag Dirk and Jimmy the Jerk were playing cards at the local saloon. Lonesome Lou played a washboard and kazoo and sung his little heart out in the corner of the room, while Jubilant James sang a silly refrain. She was washing the dishes and spoons. And then Calamity Claire busted up the affair to Hannah Phillips, a mop and a broom. Oh baby, it's love from across the border. Oh man, you gotta learn a little every day. Baby, it's a tender heart and a tough mind, keeping my priorities in order. Baby, it's love that keeps me in line. I couldn't see you through the dollar signs in my eyes. I was believing all them pretty little white lies. It took me far too long before I finally realized I didn't know how to compromise. I was so high, I didn't know that I was hurting you. I didn't know that I was hurting myself too. But I've been searching for the truth, and I'm thinking that baby it's love from across the border. Oh man, you gotta learn a little every day. Baby, it's a tender heart, a tough mind, keeping my priorities in order. Baby, it's love that keeps me in line. Baby, it's love that keeps me in line.
Oh, Alex, it's so fun to play with you. And Brad, too. Don't worry, you'll see him again. But, yeah, you know, it's like Mark and I usually, we've been playing together since 2013. Again, long enough to go through name change. Oh.
Sorry about that. Didn't see that there.
Yeah.
She's old, but she's sturdy.
We've been together long enough to live in a few different places. And right now, we currently reside in 2 different places. I live in Nashville, Tennessee, and Mark is living in Vancouver, British Columbia. Ooh, he's a... Yeah.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll do crazy things for love. I tell you what. Yeah, right. Amy and I, we met when. So I grew up in New Jersey. Amy grew up in California, and I was a kind of jazz and rock guitar player, and Amy played classical violin. And we met at Berklee College of Music in Boston. we were both kind of introduced to this traditional music, these bluegrass and old time and other styles of traditional fiddle music, and we were kind of both bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and getting into it at the same time, and at the same time as being excited, very intimidated by all these people we had, something's weird there, intimidated by these people who had been doing it their whole lives. But we worked on it together, and here we are, tuning banjos. Yeah.
Though I will say, playing at this festival in Baltimore, it was amazing. But like the headliners of the festival was like the group that we've all kind of grew up listening to. Like they're like the pinnacle band, and it's like when they're watching you side stage, it's just like, I love this, but I hate this. Like, it's humbling, you know. Keeps us honest. At least I hope so. All right, we're gonna do another old song here. We heard this from the playing of a family down in South Carolina called the Poplin Family. You don't hear a lot of old time music from down that way, but I just thought this was a cool little song, and we had to change some of the words, as you sometimes have to do in these old songs. This is Hannah Mariah.
1, 2, 3. Hair so long it touched the ground. Strong-willed gal with a wicked eye. The boys all called her Hannah Mariah. Oh me my, ain't I high? Swing 'em around and so will I. Look out boys, I'm gonna black your eye if you start home with Hannah Mariah. Supper, them fellas got tight, began to shoot and began to fight. One of them knocked me 10 feet high, but I fell down 'cause Hannah Mariah. Oh me my, ain't I high? Swing 'em around and so will I. You missed your pie and your oyster fry, but I'm going home with Hannah Mariah. Oh me my, ain't I high? Swing 'em around and so will I. You missed your pie and your oyster fry, but I'm going home. That was a fun one.
Sure, yeah.
Thanks. We haven't done any songs that Amy has written yet, so it's about time. It's past about time. We're overdue for an Amy song. And this is one that she kind of wrote in the style of Roscoe Holcomb, who's kind of iconic mountain musician from Kentucky.
Yeah, he grew up in Daisy, Kentucky, and he is, if you've ever heard of the phrase, the high lonesome sound, I feel like Roscoe epitomizes this sound. He's got this really nasally, high, piercing voice. And maybe you're like, how is that pleasant sounding? But, I mean, you're also, I'm coming from somebody who, like, listens to scratchy fiddle recordings and loves it. You know, it's music to my ears. It is very heartfelt. So I'm going to try and channel my inner dead guy here, if you will. But I'm going to sing a song about rock climbing. That's the other thing I really like to do. You guys probably saw the big white van out front. Mark and I were touring around in that for 2016 till 2020, and when we weren't on tour, I would go climbing, and I was really inspired by, I don't know, there's so many things climbing does for me in like my mental health and just like the way that you can see progress. It's very inspiring, little incremental ways. I was also very inspired by the people I met along the way, of course, the dirtbag lifestyle, as they call it. And this is called Rock Topper. head down to my shoes, my head down to my shoes. I'll save my last dollar and spend it on some booze. I'll spend it on some booze. I'll sing it out, I'll sing it out,
I'll sing it out,
I'll sing it out off a mountain for those who wanna hear. Never mind that my clothes are dirty and worn. Standing on that rock is my greatest reward. And all day, just get a little higher, a little closer to the top, a little closer to the top. But today, may not conquer. Get closer to the top, a little closer to the top. I'll sing it out, I'll sing it out,
I'll sing it out,
I'll sing it out from mountain for those who wanna hear. Never mind that my clothes are dirty and worn. Standing on that rock is my greatest reward. I'll sing it out the mountain for those who want to hear. Never mind that my clothes are dirty and worn. Standing on that rock is my greatest reward. Never mind that my clothes are dirty and worn. Standing on that rock is my greatest reward. Thank you guys so much. That's actually on the album. You'll see a cover where there's an artistic rendering of Mark and I in the big white van. So that's how you know which one that one is on. I think rock climbing, white van. This next one is also on this CD, Reasons to Run. And I guess I wrote it in the summer. I remember I was living up in Boston still. And I was just kind of sitting on the back porch. And you'll hear that in one of the lyrics. And I don't really know what the rest of it is about. But, well, I do, but, you know.
A little mystery is a good thing.
That's right. South side, meet me in the grass, sitting under the shade. South side, meet me at 2 o'clock, don't be late. Don't you keep me waiting all day, just to come back crawling into bed with me. I'll leave you in the morning. Sun's you show me your teeth? Sun's out, so tell me all your secrets and I promise I'll keep. Well, come on baby, don't be shy. Got my 2 ears ready and an open heart, there's nothing left to hide. Hound dog, itching at the collar just to get that bone. Bullfrog, moonlight shining, can't you hear him moan? Don't you keep me loose on your chain. Love me like you know you should, or set me free to love another. Cigarette hanging out of your mouth. Back porch, I'm packing up the wagon and I'm heading south. Don't feel good to drive, music blasting and the windows down, and you no longer on my mind. Don't you keep me waiting all night just to come back crawling into bed with me. I'm leaving in the morning. Thank you so much. We're going to invite Brad Klodner once again. We're going to play one more song for you guys and then take a short break. Come say hi to us. We'll be wearing masks at the merch table. We take cash, we take card, we take PayPal and all that. And yeah.
This is a song I wrote about all of the wacky people that we run into in the folk music scene. And you might think folk music is tame, but there's some really weirdos out there. I know, right? And the chorus is made up of lines from 7 different country songs of varying levels of fame. If you can get all of them, if you can identify all 7, then you get free whatever you want. Free T-shirt, CD, hug, whatever. Free show, yeah, free show ticket, yeah, whatever you want, it's yours. I should stop talking now. This is called Everybody's Singing. Sitting in the kitchen on the radiator looking out the window. Revelator spinning on the record player in the other room. Snow's falling hard in the backyard, gone where the green's gonna grow. Whiskey and my coffee is a party in the early afternoon. Everybody's singing Loretta, I'm over you. I'm gonna buy myself some new shoes. The moon is high, so am I. Sing a train on the island, listen to her squeal. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Singing I'm so lonesome I could cry. Singing sad boy anthems in your denim on denim in a hotel room. Or in a cowboy costume crooning at the Louisiana Jamboree. Talking about the hang while you're at the hang. Dang me, you ought to take a rope and a... Nope, Neverland is real, man. It's sitting in the heart of Tennessee, where everybody's singing Loretta, I'm over you. I'm gonna gonna buy myself some new shoes. The moon is high, so am I. Sing train on the island, listen to her squeal. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Singing I'm so lonesome I could cry. Singing the blues, the executive director's writing snarky haikus. The karaoke royalty rehearsals in the mirror all day long. You can wear a pair of acid wash overalls, a punk rock mullet, or a white jumpsuit with your name embroidered on it. The bluegrass band is singing all your favorite 80s songs, and everybody singing Loretta, I'm over you. I'm gonna buy myself some new shoes. The moon is high, so am I. Bound, I can bound now. Singing train on the island, listen to her squeal. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Singing I'm so lonesome I could cry. Ba-ka-ba-bow now. Thank you very much, friends. We'll be right back. buffalo roaming across the range. He got a long, long way to go, but it's ambling just the same. He don't read no calendar, he can't tell no time. He don't know the meaning of a dollar and a dime. Look at that old coyote stalking his weary prey. You know if he don't make the kill, then he ain't gonna eat today. His belly is a rumbling, his legs are shaky and weak. It's mighty hard to catch your meal when you ain't in enough to eat. Roll on now, I don't mind rolling slow. Roll on now, we ain't got far to go. That old bindle stiff rambling down the track. He got everything he needs in his old gunny sack. He don't mind a lean old time, a drink of the coffee cold. He got peace inside his mind and a comfort in his soul. That's right. Look at that old Wall Street boy wearing a suit and tie. He can buy anything he wants, but he's afraid to die. Money is a mean old hound, dipping him at the heels. He's digging himself a deeper grave with every crooked deal. Roll on now, I don't mind rolling slow. Roll on now, we ain't got far to go. Roll on now. Sleeping on the ground, you can clap. And in the noonday sun, it's 13 miles. And thank you. Stranger is a welcome friend, singing the song so rare. In the land of milk and honey, you know we got enough to share. Roll on now, I don't mind rolling slow. Roll on now, we ain't got far to go. Roll on now, I don't mind rolling slow. Thank you so much. So yeah, what we usually play as a duo here, Amy and I, so we're going to do a few duo songs to start this set off. That was called Old Buffalo. That Amy was talking about, the poster we have, it's the image on the poster is the Old Buffalo of Old Buffalo fame. So come check that out. I wrote it when as a Jersey kid and man, I kind of had this idealized image of the West and Montana being the pinnacle of what the West was. And I finally got the chance, a month break from tour in, I think, 2016, to spend some time working on a farm there for a month in Bozeman, Montana. And I was also like trying to see if farming was a side hustle I wanted to get going with the music. Music and farming don't really go that well together. But it was a good month, And I was really working hard to, test the waters with that whole thing. And my boss, she felt bad because I was just working my butt off and wasn't really seeing Montana. So she told me to hop in the truck one afternoon and brought me out to this pasture, and there's just buffalo roaming free among these green hills with the mountains off in the distance. And it's this beautiful scene that inspired me to start writing that song about economic inequality. Turned out that one's about.
Yeah, so that poster is like, we sort of went with a national parks poster, like the vintage poster theme, and something I forgot to mention is that's a limited edition. Because of the reductive process, the way that those wooden blocks are carved out to make the poster, printing each color, they can't be reproduced. So when we sell out, we sell out. All right, we're going to now do the self-titled track to our album Reasons to Run. I wrote this when I was very much a solo agent, if you will, but things are a lot different now. I'm settled down in Nashville with my partner, and but we still love playing this one. This is called Too Many Reasons to Run. Okay. My beating heart is in your hands. My beating heart is in your hands. But you can count on me to disappear when it's more than having fun. I've got too many reasons to run. I was just a stranger passing through, poor boy. I was just a stranger passing through. But I made damn sure you knew my name before the night was done. I've got too many reasons to run. I got a car in the shop down in New Orleans. I got family still in Cali. It's been months since I've seen. There's rock across the country that I long to carve my name, and hardly a reason to stay. But I like the way you've made your home. You heard me, honey. I like the way you've made your home. But what's the use in settling down if there's more pretty boys than one? I've got too many reasons to run. Those chilly winds are blowing through. Those chilly winds are blowing through. But 7 months is far too long to live without the sun. I've got too many reasons to run. I got a car in the shop down in New Orleans. I got family still in Cali. It's been months since I've seen. There's rock across the country that I long to carve my name. Hardly a reason to stay. I'm on my way, I must stay true to everything I said I'd do. But they're all just bad excuses, 'cause really I've got none. It's all I've ever really known. I've got too many reasons to run. Let's do new friends, so I don't have to keep switching. New friend and then Georgie.
Sure.
All right, we're gonna slow it down even just a little bit more. Slow jam.
Bring you down before we bring you back up.
That's right. You guys doing okay out there? Good, because it's about to get sad. The next one I wrote. I wrote it about friendcest, and if you aren't familiar with that term, I'm not sure if I'm coining this term or not. To be honest, I don't know, but it's it's when you're in a relationship that break, you split off from each other, and then your best friend starts dating that person, and it's a really weird thing to go through. I think most of us have dealt with that in some form or the other. And after it happened to me more than a couple times, this one came out. And I remember when Mark and I were touring Australia back in 2018. In fact, I think that was the last time we played here. Wasn't that before we went to Australia? Right before. Yeah, I remember having, actually, I think we just released our last old time record here. So that's just the theme. Every time we come out with a new old time record, we're gonna play here. But I remember rehearsing this one with Mark at one of the billets we were staying at. A lot of times when I write songs, I very specifically remember where I was when I was writing out the words or when working it up. In this billet, there was a pet wombat that wasn't actually their pet. It was a wild wombat, but she came around. Her name was Evelyn, and they would feed it every night at 6 p.m. But anyways, we would play around on this, and Mark came up with a beautiful guitar part.
Pressure's on.
Yeah, you gotta razzle-dazzle him.
Wombats have very hard butts. It's like a board of wood. That's how they protect themselves from predators. They run into their burrow and stick their butt up, and they can't get hurt. It's amazing. Something to strive for. Yeah.
Yesterday, but that was way back in the summer, far away from this cruel winter day. We were fresh off of other encounters that left us feeling unsure of ourselves, tossed out like the trash. We found each other. We were crown jewels put back on the shelf. Your loving was kind and sweet-tempered, but the big road was calling my name. We said we'd keep track of each other without ever holding a claim. I did my best to do right by you. It seems like you missed the mark. It looks like you found yourself a new friend, and I found out who you really are. But I thought that this time was different. You were someone I thought I could trust. I didn't think you could hit so close to home. You need a fool and I played the part. It looks like you found yourself a new friend, and I found out who you really are. I took my chances when I let you go. I knew that you might bring somebody home. How could I expect she'd be my dearest old friend? Now she's someone that I used to know. Someday I will learn to forgive her. With you I'll make peace from afar. It looks like you found yourself a new friend, and I found out who you really are. It looks like you found yourself a new friend, and I found out who you really are.
Thank you very much. Such a beautiful song by Amy. We're going to get her to get the fiddle back out here and razzle-dazzle you with this next one.
We're just full of razzle-dazzle tonight, Mark.
A tune by Ed Haley, who was a fiddler, born in West Virginia, died in Kentucky, and he was just a virtuoso, a self-taught, blind, just total phenom of the fiddle, and he never played a tune the same way twice. It was very unique.
Come for here we go.
going to invite our friends Alex Lacquament and Brad Kolodner back to the stage. You guys have a good nap?
You know, it was brought to my attention that we are in the land of the WAMU, and our own Brad Kolodner here hosts the Bluegrass Country Radio Show. And, you know, in true traditional bluegrass fashion, we're going to have Brad play the triangle on this next one.
This one's got a bit of a Cajun flavor, so the triangle fits in. It's called Goodbye Boozy Susie. I wrote it for $100 and a dare. Well, I was standing on the corner in the middle of the day, giving all of my sweet time away. I was sitting on the sofa on a sunny afternoon, sipping a julep and a shoe in the moon. Falling and a falling on the seven seas. I was riding on a dolphin, I was shooing the breeze. I've been working real hard and I need a vacay. I think I'm gonna go away. So it's goodbye to Boozy Susie, it's goodbye to Betsy Brown. It's fairly well 2 days to do. To the world below I'm bound. Going up to North Dakota or down to Mexico, to anywhere that I can't be found. So it's goodbye to Boozy Susie, and it's goodbye to Betsy Brown. Take it out. I had a Carolina California flying me kite. I was flying it high and I was riding it right. I had a melancholy Mississippi Murphy bed. I was healthy in the body, I was sick of the head. A victorious vacation, but a sticky situation brought my glorious good time to the ground. And the jelly jam was juicy, the lady's name was Lucy, was bad to stick around. So it's goodbye to Boozy Susie, it's goodbye to Betsy Brown. It's fairly well 2 days to do. To the world below I'm bound. Going up to North Dakota or down to Mexico, to anywhere that I can't be found. So it's goodbye to Boozy Susie, and it's goodbye to Betsy. Oh, I said a B, said a O, said a O, Susie. I said a B, said a O, said a O, Susie. I'm gonna play a little hooky, gonna skip a little school, gonna shim sham shimmy in a swimming pool. I said a B, said a O, said a O, Susie. Woo! It's goodbye to Boozy Susie, it's goodbye to Betsy Brown. It's fairly well 2 days to do. Through the world below I'm bound. Going up to North Dakota or down to Mexico, to anywhere that I can't be found. So it's goodbye to Boozy Susie, and it's goodbye to Betsy Brown. I said a goodbye to Boozy Susie, goodbye to Betsy Brown. Thank you. Sorry I put you on the spot, guys, but I thought it was obvious that there was going to be a triangle. So.
Do the same thing I do for every note.
Brad's a very in-demand triangle player in Baltimore. All right. Right. Well, we'll do another new one for you. It's a topical song. Another Amy Alvey tune right here.
Yeah. As we mentioned before, Mark and I, we weren't really based anywhere from 2016 until 2020. And, you know, we had the foresight knowing that we were both going to be landing in different places eventually with, you know, our domestic situations. But, you know, 2020 was a good time to settle down for a bit, you know. Living in a van, you rely on a lot of common spaces for things. But, you know, Mark and I were pretty much on tour all the time and, you know, hearing about the horrible things in the news, or that, gave me a lot of worry and trouble in my mind. And, here I was playing shows and having a good time and, just trying to kind of work out the difference between the two. And that's what this one is about.
Daddy's in the office, busting his ass. Mama raised the kids, now she lives off the cash. Sister and husband, baby make 3. They can't take the time off in this economy. And I'm sitting pretty, dragging a smoke. I'm sitting pretty, ain't that a joke? Oh, I'm sitting pretty, dragging a smoke. I'm sitting pretty, ain't that a joke? Madmen's in the White House begging for war. West Coast is burning just to settle the score. Hurricane Irma, Jose Nate, it won't take too much water just to flood through the gates. And I'm sitting pretty, dragging a smoke. I'm sitting pretty, ain't that a joke? Oh, I'm sitting pretty, dragging a smoke. I'm sitting pretty, ain't that a joke? Some people work hard and can't catch a break. Big coal is all gone and all that's left are the graves. If life is like a game, then it's luck of the draw, and you're only on top because of others who fall. And I'm sitting pretty, dragging a smoke. I'm sitting pretty, ain't that a joke? Oh, I'm sitting pretty, dragging a smoke. I'm sitting pretty, ain't that a joke? He's tired of being bullied and called teacher's pet. His dad don't have the time to give to his name. If Johnny looks to start trouble, it'll all end the same. And I'm sitting pretty, dragging a smoke. I'm sitting pretty, ain't that a joke? Oh, I'm sitting pretty, dragging a smoke. I'm sitting pretty, ain't that a joke? off and got my show on the road. My troubling mind won't let me sleep, 'cause my worry like a knife it keeps cutting me deep. And I'm sitting pretty, dragging a smoke. I'm sitting pretty, ain't that a joke? Oh, I'm sitting pretty, dragging a smoke. I'm sitting pretty, ain't that a joke? Oh, I'm sitting pretty, dragging a smoke. I'm sitting pretty, ain't that a joke? Oh, I'm sitting pretty, dragging a smoke. I'm sitting pretty.
All right. Well, we got time for a couple more, Janet. How we doing? All right, great. Well, we're gonna invite a friend of ours up here. She was playing with her band, The Onlys, at the Baltimore Old Time Festival and had a free night, so she came down for the show. This is our friend Sammy Brayman. Did I say it right? Sick. And we're gonna do some stuff that we put on our new Old Time album. This was an album that we recorded almost a year ago. It was April of 2021, and it was Amy and me and some of our friends in Nashville. Frank Evans, a banjo player with the Slow Can Ramblers, George Jackson, great bluegrass and old-time fiddler, and Hazy Siakio, who's an awesome bass player in the band Sister Sadie and plays with Lori Lewis on the right hands. And we kind of all, we got our first COVID vaccination, and we were very excited and optimistic about the future, and went into the studio and recorded 22 old-time hits. And it's a double album, and just on Friday we surprise released Volume 1, Smothered. We called the band Tune Hash, because it's kind of a mashup, hash-up of artists from different bands. And we also love breakfast food. So we called Volume 1 Smothered, out on Friday, last Friday. Volume 2 Covered comes out next month, April 22nd, I think. And but you can get both here, today, on the CD, or you can get a download on Bandcamp for both of them.
And I will say, the thing about this album, it actually looks like a single CD, but because, we were able to fit all 22 tracks on one disc. So even though it looks like you're getting a two-for one, if you will.
It's basically a marketing scam, but but since we don't get paid hardly anything by Spotify plays, you got to fight it somehow. But it is 22 songs, and this is one of them. It's called The Cannonball. We got it from Leslie Riddle, who was a collaborator in finding songs with the Carter family, but A.P. Carter took all the credit and Leslie didn't get any credit. He also just happened to be a black man. So go figure. This is his version of The Cannonball.
That's not me. Da-da-da.
Let's come in on the 3-chord.
Ooh. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Washington. Them mean old firemen, a cruel engineer, took my baby and left me standing here from Buffalo to Washington. I went to the station, I looked up on the board, I asked the long the train been gone from Buffalo to Washington. Train they call the Cannonball. Oh, you know where I'm going.
Kolodner, Alex Blackwoman, Amy Alvey,
Mark Kilianski. you guys want to hear one more song? I'm not sure. Do you want to hear one more song?
Well, okay.
Excuse me while
Three more. You're gonna have to pay extra for that. We're so grateful to all of you for being here. Thank you. Give yourselves a round of applause. And thanks to Janet and the whole crew here. This is one of the greatest joys we have as musicians, is to go somewhere and play in like such a strange and interesting and beautiful place for people who just want to connect over music. And we've all had our struggles over the past 2 years, and it's really, we're not out of the woods yet, but we're really grateful and joyful to be back to doing this kind of thing. So, yeah.
Oh, wow.
We've all, I think, gotten better at practicing gratefulness.
Mark and I are in the middle. We're in the middle of a tour right now. We've got another week left, and we're going to be playing in Pennsylvania. Our next stop is Pittsburgh. Then we go to Lancaster and Philly, and then we're going up to New York City and Gettysburg. So if you have any friends in any of those places, tell them to check out our website, goldenshoals.com. We've got details for the shows there. We are also on social media. We're on Instagram and Facebook if you guys do that, and more recently, TikTok. I know. I'm feeling hip and young these days.
It's a good place to go if you want to see me talking smack on Vancouver pizza.
That's the content we all
Eat the
live for.
sushi there. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, it was okay. We'll do this great old song. It's been done time and time again, and we do it kind of like Bill Monroe did it. It's called the Columbus Stockade Blues. Stockades, my friends have turned their backs on me. So go and leave me if you wish to. Never let it cross your mind, oh Lord, if in your heart you love another, leave me, darling, I don't mind. The other night, as I was dreaming, I thought I held you in my arms. When I awoke, I was mistaken. Oh, I was peering through the bars. So go and leave me if you wish to. Never let it cross your mind, oh Lord, if in your heart you love another, leave me, darling, I don't mind. Thought I had your heart forever, but now I find it's only land. So go and leave me if you wish to. Never let it cross your
gonna excuse these two, the two hardest working men in old time music this past weekend. Not only was Brad organizing the festival and playing with two bands, but Alex was also playing in two bands and, you know, attending his own wedding shower and prepping for more things that are in his personal life that, you know, I don't want to assume he feels comfortable with me sharing to an audience, so I'll just leave it at that.
Way to pique their curiosity.
Oh, you gotta leave them wanting more, right? That's what they say. All right, we're gonna do something we haven't sang for a while, but
Since you asked so nicely, we've got one more for you.
so we heard this song initially from a Canadian band called the Lonesome Ace String Band, and fell in love with this song. And you know, as we were looking into where it came from. Actually, do you remember? Like, they got from...
So, the Lonesome Ace String Band of Toronto, Canada, learned it from Bruce Malsky, who grew up in Brooklyn, New York, who learned it from a source recording of somebody from South Carolina, Israel Alston.
That was right, yeah.
From South Carolina.
Oh, it's another South Carolina?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's called the Fox Hunt. We suspect it comes from Kentucky.
By way of Tennessee.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Uncle Joe, and don't you wanna go see the girls and the boys gone hunting? This'll be the second fox we have rousted from the crops. We've run him 10 days and better, though we caught him, God knows. Oh, come on, Uncle Joe, and don't you wanna go see the girls and the boys gone hunting? We had hounds about a hoe, just as good as they was gone. All the hounds in Kentucky could not beat him, God knows. One morning in June, well, getting up very soon, I thought I heard mine crying over in the valley, and I run myself some night just to hear those hounds cry. It was nothing but the hunters in the valley, God knows. It was up the highest hill and down the lowest grade, when the old fox was making for the holler. It was all by run fast that I caught the fox at last. We've run him 10 days and better, though we caught him, God knows. I raised my horn to my mouth and I blew southeast, west, and north. My hounds, don't blame them, did not seem to hear me. Then I fell upon my knees with a listening ear to the ground. I thought I heard mine somewhere over in Kentucky, God knows. Oh, and came and she beat me and she kicked me in the temple. It was all by confines that I caught the jack-o'-nines. We've run him 10 days and better, though we caught him, God knows.
Thank you. Good night.